Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Pony 411. I am Alcatraz, and with me is Nemesis.
Hey there.
Yes, and this is episode 191 for the week of August 6th. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of news to go through today. Quite a lot of stuff to go through. We've got the new season is back, so we've got 2 episodes actually to talk about because they decided to do things a little bit differently.
Oh no.
Yeah, so they decided to drop 2 episodes as a mid-season premiere. Alright, I don't know why, but we've also got a comic to talk about. We've got some shorts, Equestria Girls shorts to talk about, on top of the pile of news that I previously mentioned. Shorts.
Oh no.
Jorts.
That's different.
Yeah. And we do have a little bit of fan content to go through at the end as well. We got a lot to go through, so let's get right into this, starting with the news. If you would like to follow along, you can find our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. So go there, click the link for this episode, and let's get into this. First up, convention news. Equestria LA has announced Susan Egan.
She has nothing to do with the show.
She has nothing to do with MLP.
No.
But she does have some other important stuff. In fact, she is the voice of Rose Quartz.
Steven Universe.
And also Belle from Beauty and the Beast, the new Beauty and the Beast thing that they're doing. She does that as well. But yeah, Rose Quartz will be at Equestria LA. Nothing to do with the show, but hey, she's cool anyway.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like, oh, okay.
A little bit interesting. I wonder if probably some people are going to be a bit weird about that. It's like the whole BronyCon thing. Oh no, they're opening up some non-show stuff. People didn't respond to that very well. Anyway, in fandom news, apparently Hasbro had been in talks to buy Lionsgate.
Yeah.
Had been. Is not anymore.
Talks broke down.
Yeah. It's been interesting considering that's who's dealing with the new upcoming movie.
Distributing.
Yeah, not entirely certain any more details about that one, but apparently it had been a thing and is no longer. In merchandise news, Target exclusive MLP movie toys are now listed on Target's website.
Mm-hmm.
So, soon. A pirate version of the Flip and Roll Rainbow Dash has appeared as a Walmart exclusive.
Why'd you flip?
Yeah, apparently, functionally, it's no different, but it is, pirate themed now, because pirate themes is a big thing now with the movie.
Flipsy.
Stock images of the Twilight Undersea Carriage set have appeared.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually see what it looks like in packaging and stuff like that.
Stock images.
Yeah. And it looks like some theaters will have specially themed cups, trays, drink toppers, and figures, and such like that for the upcoming movie.
Yes.
Yeah. They're kind of neat looking, like popcorn buckets and stuff like that. Kind of want those figures. Might have to get multiple drinks to get them. You might be lucky enough to have a theater that will sell them to you individually.
Good luck.
They're not supposed to, but that would be really cool if I could, because those are kind of cool looking figures. But yeah, that might be something you will see if you go see the movie in theater. Tempest and Sea Pony versions of the main 6 Funko Pop figures have been revealed.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I know the Funko Pop series are kind of a love-hate with a lot of people.
Yeah, some of them are exclusives.
Yeah, and they have the special variant versions as well.
Yes.
So yes.
Although you really should stop making disingenuous comparisons with something that costs 4 to 6 times as much. Just saying.
Let's compare a Nendroid to a Pop figure.
Yeah, something that costs 4 to 6 times as much.
Yeah. Nendroid is obviously going to be much nicer. Get what you pay for. Build-A-Bear will be releasing Tempest and Songbird Serenade plushies on August 31st, apparently. Along with some updated main 6 designs with like Sea Pony versions, apparently, or something like that. So yeah, end of the month, we should be getting new stuff from Build-A-Bear.
Yep.
Images of the Wave 23 blind bag figures have appeared, and this has got some new stuff in it, some movie-themed stuff, and some interesting and new characters. This one will have Baby Flurry Heart in it, for one. Snips and Sails are going to be in it. We've got new models. We got Cheese Sandwich, some new stuff for Cheerilee. We have a new model of Flash Sentry where his hair is completely wrong.
He's completely wrong.
Yeah, well.
Actually, I'm looking at Snips here and it's like, oh my god, what's wrong with your face?
Got a really big head.
Also, he's called Snipsy Snap.
Snipsy Snap. Yeah, alright, whatever.
And Snail Squirm.
Snail Squirm. But yeah, we got some mainstays as well, like Trixie and...
Who is the Twilight mold?
Yeah, the old Twilight mold. We have Twilight Sparkle in here as well, but it's the same one we've seen before.
Yep.
So some new ones, some old ones. We also have a Crystal Guard. It's kind of new. A new Carrot Cake and this Dazzle Cake. Interesting name, but alright. So yeah, that will be appearing if it has not already. The second wave of All About Brushables and the remaining Sea Pony plushies have been listed on Amazon. We only had like one of them before, now we have the other two on the Sea Pony plushies. Yeah, and then the All Abouts are the one with the like the murals on the side. So second wave of those are out. And some Pirate Pony plushies have been listed on ToyWiz. No images yet of what they actually look like. So it's like, I want to see those. Pirates, yar. And the Deadly Ponies MLP product lineup that we talked about last week has been spotted in Auckland, and we have some better photos, because the ones we had last week were not great. So now we actually have some good photos, really good photos of what they look like.
Yeah, they also weren't actually out yet last week.
Yeah, they weren't out. Now they are, but... The Gameloft game has an update out that includes stuff for the upcoming movie. Bunch of new ponies and some places and stuff like that. They even made a little teaser video for it. The update, not the movie.
Right.
Yeah. It's kind of neat. Hasbro has released a 34-page preview for the Stormy Road to Canterlot book. Hong Kong is getting more McDonald's pony toys. Hasbro is doing their thing now, so Transformers and ponies for the Happy Meal toys. And they even made a short little ad for it with the creepy...
That's what they do.
Yes. And it looks like the big Rainbow Dash Pirate Airship toy is appearing at Walmart's early.
Is it now?
It is. I have one. Yeah. I already picked one up. It showed up at the one near my work. I picked one up and should hopefully in the near future have a review of that on our channel that I did. If you want to listen to me do an absolutely horrible review of something. The Equestria Girls Minis movie playset is also now available on the Toys R Us website.
This is the one with Juniper.
Yes.
And it's also available in store. I have personally seen it. I didn't buy it because I ordered it online.
Yes. So it is appearing. Toys R Us. Online, maybe in store. Maybe call first store. Show up. Depends on what you want to do. See if it's in stock.
Yes, because I saw several of them on the shelf.
It is happening.
Oh, there's stuff like the Robot Twilight and their exclusives and all that crap.
Yep. In Equestria Girls news, a Polish magazine has some previews for the Summer Equestria Girls shorts. Like their magazines are like breakdowns of different things in the various different shorts.
Yeah, it turns out they've been doing these little mini comic story things. It turns out they've actually have been using screen caps from the shorts.
Yep. Speaking of the shorts, they're airing now and will be throughout all of August.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's one of the things that we'll be talking about. Those little ones. The Hasbro Investor webcast happened, and it had some interesting tidbits in it. Like how they predict the upcoming movie will do for their marketing.
That's
as one thing. And the interesting one, though, they have a picture of some stuff, including what looks to be a screen cap of Season 8, possibly, with... Well, we've never seen it before. It's a brand new location in this building. It's got like a young female yak in the background. It looks to be either a really shy or old changeling. New changeling. Never seen it before.
That's Thorax's brother. We know that that's coming.
Yeah. Might be. There's also another rather interesting bit. The Equestria Girls
This is the big
series.
One. Yep.
Apparently, what I'm gathering is a YouTube series.
Yep, web series.
Yeah, so we are getting an actual Equestria Girls web series.
Yeah, it sounds like it's actually going to be done by Boulder Animation, not DHX.
Interesting.
Which is who have been doing the shorts that have been showing up the last few weeks.
Right.
Most of them, anyway.
Yeah, so that's the big one that's happening, apparently. Into Friendship is Magic news, Shout Factory is releasing a complete Season 6 box set. It's up for pre-order now. It looks like, according to the website, it will be available November 7th.
Yes, they've also revamped, as we've been seeing this, they've completely revamped the covers of these things. So it does not match the old ones, which has some people upset. It's like that Monk box sets, which one and two of them were just slightly wrong.
Had to do that one was done on purpose.
Yeah,
they
but
had to have done
this is just it doesn't match the old one, so some people are upset about this.
Yeah.
Also down Starlight, which some people are upset about for some reason or another.
Well, I mean, it would make sense to have Starlight on Season 6. She was a main character in that season.
But you don't want people to drive away people from buying it.
Yes, but it fits the season. Don't
remind people why it's one of the weakest seasons of the show.
But you usually put all your main characters on the cover.
Yeah, they put all the main characters on the cover. Now shut up.
Well, Starlight was kind of a main character for Season 6.
No, she wasn't.
She was. That was our complaint. Was she pretty much was. Anyway, enough ranting about Starlight. We did that enough already.
Rant. Jason
Thiessen has tweeted, "The movie is done. It is complete. It is finished.
Hooray.
Yay. It's going gold." And speaking of the movie, it apparently has been given a PG rating. That means things.
Yeah. PG stands for pretty gruesome.
Yes, pretty gruesome. I mean, heck, the pirate toys that just recently came out had swords.
Yeah.
Actual swords. And yes, the official MLP movie website has been updated. It's got a ton of new stuff. We've got screenshots from the movie, character sheets, book previews like the previous one we mentioned, and a new updated map of Equestria. And that's probably the big one. A big one with all new locations that are in the movie. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it is
lots of stuff.
Yep.
One of the other things people notice is they updated the Sunset Shimmer now has a pony profile, not just a human version.
Yeah.
Which there's that cautious optimism of what this could mean.
She's shown up as a pony twice now in the Equestria Girls thing.
Shut up.
So
is that still that
constant?
Well, yeah, barely. She was like there for like 5 minutes. But anyway, there's that cautious optimism. I'm not the first one to come up with it.
Of course.
But yeah, that cautious maybe this means something. Could also mean it could mean everything. It could also mean nothing.
It means absolutely nothing. Your wife who's not coming to Equestria again.
Shut up.
She's not coming to the show. It's not going to happen.
Shut up.
It's not happening.
Hope Rainbow Dash dies.
That will never happen. Toys R Us has posted a new clip from the movie on their Facebook page of all things. It's got a little bit of a song in it.
That cuts off rather abruptly.
Yes. However, we do have a full 3-minute instrumental version of that song that has been posted up onto YouTube. The German MLP songs YouTube, or I don't think it's an official one, but still. Full 3-minute instrumental.
Mm-hmm.
The MLP movie soundtrack has also now been listed on Amazon.
Woo!
Yeah.
So it's the actual CD.
Yeah, actual physical CD. So that is something that will be happening.
September.
Yes.
September we don't have to wait. We don't have to, 22nd.
We don't have to wait months and continually asking, when's the soundtrack coming out? When's the soundtrack coming out?
Coming out before the movie.
Yeah. So happy that they're actually putting soundtracks out quickly now instead of waiting forever.
Yeah, but now we're going to be spoiled.
Yeah. And a preview for next week's episode of the series of Season 7 has been posted. So yes, there will be a link to that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just got your standard clips of the upcoming season, the upcoming episode.
Yeah, they still managed somehow to shoehorn Starlight into this.
Well, yeah.
What's it called? The Fame and Misfortune? Yeah, Fame and Misfortune, that's what it's called.
Yep. The friendship book.
Yeah.
Does not cause friendship.
Oh, no.
Thunk, a book about what you should do makes people fight. But yes, that's it. That is the news. So yes, moving on to our discussion stuff, we are going to start off with the comic.
Yes.
So go ahead and talk about that one.
The one that was supposed to come out last week, but I'm not sure how many people got it just because our distribution was delayed. Anyway, it's prequel, movie prequel number 2. And it's written by Ted Anderson, wrought by Andy Price, and colors by Heather Beckel. And, well, it starts off with the, oh, hey, airships again, and oh, hey, the pirates. Captain Celiano. I hope that's...
Celiano?
Celiano, I hope that's right. We'll find out when the movie comes
We'll
out.
find out when.
But yeah, she comes and, takes stuff from the Storm King, and, well, it's not super valuable. Hey, it's something, right? Yeah, she takes stuff, and that's what they've been doing. They're kind of going on raids, and then they get a message from his little second in command, and it turns out he wants to betray the Storm King and help them out, and then they go on a big score from the Storm King. And stuff progresses from there. It's actually kind of a fun comic.
Mm-hmm. I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, it's actually the last movie prequel is pretty good too. This one I was they've been a lot of fun. Actually, there's a lot of the characters are bouncing off each other pretty well. Good way to introduce us to these new characters. The worry, of course, is that by doing it this way, we're not going to get a lot of fleshing out in the movie, and that's might be a problem. The problem of kind of like Halo hit that problem.
Yeah, but it's like
you have to do all this other stuff to understand everything that's going on, otherwise you're going to be completely lost.
Yeah,
and
hopefully they don't do that.
That's kind of a problem. But I actually like this part. I actually like the beginning joke with the Looney Tunes reference at the beginning. I really like that. Just the Ralph and Sam, because I remember those cartoons.
Yep.
Yeah, there's also the artwork's nice and some good facial expressions. Like this, Celiano's kind of just that's the squint, just because they said something they shouldn't have. But it's a good little book. I'm been liking these so far. That's 2 out of 4. That's half good so far.
Yeah.
And yeah, it is a continuation of the previous one. So
yeah, it picks up almost directly afterwards with Strife leaving. Picks up slightly during the first one, but then goes on. Yeah,
but it looks like the third one's going to be about Capper.
Yeah, because that happened as well in this.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. So we'll see how that goes. Because interesting, that character. Yeah.
We've
had some interesting reactions to him.
Yes.
That's the comic.
Next thing we'll talk about is the Equestria girls' shorts. And by that, I mean the short videos, not their clothing.
Oh.
Yes, so a bunch of short videos have come out recently for Equestria girls, and I guess we'll talk about those. First up, got little short stories.
Very, very short.
Yeah, I think these ones have leaked little bits of them, or they've leaked in, what was that, Russia?
One of these already had leaked in Russia.
Yeah.
There's another one that leaked out has not aired yet.
Yeah.
At least as of at this point, it might be the one that's airing. Surely.
Might be the one that's supposed to air as of, half an hour, 45 minutes from recording. Starting off with one of the shorts, it's about, I can't even remember what they're called, Rarity and Applejack and makeup.
Mm-hmm.
It has an actual name, but I've already forgot what it is. Basically, they're all prepping for like a school dance. Yeah, it's a makeup shake-up.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called. They're all prepping for an upcoming school dance or whatnot. And Rarity is doing her makeup and decides, I'm going to start with someone else, and does makeup for Applejack, and then has to adjust it to Applejack's taste and ends up removing it. Yeah. Kind of funny.
Yeah.
It's also Rarity, so The next one is a photo booth story. This one takes place after they get to the dance, and there's a photo finish is doing some photo shoots for them. Yeah. And
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much that's it. And they just go through a bunch of stuff, and it's better than the first one, I think. The next one is called Raise the Roof. It also takes place during the dance, and it's actually about the dancing. Applejack and Rainbow Dash have a dance-off with their sisters, and then not with their sisters, and then their sisters win the dance-off, sort of. It's funny. It's got some cool moves from Dash, in my opinion. But it's pretty cool. The next one is called Steps of Pep, and basically it's kind of going over the whole Fluttershy can't cheer very well. But yes, Pinky and Fluttershy cheering for various things.
Mm-hmm.
It's short, it's sweet. The next one is Mad Twins, and it's basically a music video. And it goes through while the song's going on, Twilight is making a robot.
Yeah.
Essentially. And the next one is Monday Blues. That one's kind of cool. It's got all the main 7, sort of, because Sunset's in that one, finally. And yeah, just getting the video is them just getting to school and it's raining. They're basically their morning routine, and it's kind of nice. They're all short, they're all nice. The music videos are done by DHX. The other ones are not.
Right. They're done by Boulder Media.
Yes. And you can definitely tell looking at them the animation differences.
Mm-hmm.
The Boulder Media ones are a little bit more... I don't want to... It's not stiff.
It's just different.
It's different. It's not bad. It's just different style. You can definitely tell DHX animations... The motions are a bit more fluid, where Boulder's tend to be more of a snappy style, I think.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely different when you look at them, when you watch them.
I haven't got to offer a single opinion yet.
No, you haven't. We've been trying to get through it quickly.
No, you're trying to get through it quickly and just railroad over me. Anyway, yeah, these shorts, the first handful, the ones all done by Boulder Media, these all very much feel like, well, except for the last one with the Fluttershy Pinky. The first three, though, very much feel like almost deleted scenes from the first movie.
Yeah,
They're
sort of.
very short. There's not a whole lot to them. It's they take place during the first movie, clearly. So because I remember I talked about the fall form. I was like, oh god, did they just kind of decide to jump ahead a year? Oh no, it's and this ruined everything I thought was
ruined your timeline.
Yeah, but no, it takes place during literally during the first movie, and it would not surprise me if these were at some point scenes that were written for the movie and then cut because, well, they don't really add anything to the movie. So
nope.
Not trying to deride the shorts. It's just these don't really add anything to the plot line of the first movie, so they'd be the first things on the cutting room floor. It would not surprise me if they were like it would not even surprise me if these were like voiced and then cut, and then they took the old audio and matched them up to new animation.
Maybe, though usually the animation... Well, yeah, because the animation is done after the voicing. They do your thumbnails.
So it would not surprise me the audio was recorded, the scenes were cut, and then they did this. The last one with Fluttershy and Pinky was just that one was just, I guess, possibly brand new, or might have been even a cut short from Rainbow Rocks stuff. If you remember that,
yeah, because it was talking about Canterlot.
Or Friendship Games.
Yeah, because they were talking about the Canterlot stuff.
And that would there's a good chance that was possibly a deleted scene from that was never really done before. Yeah, so the animation's not the same, but it's mostly fine.
Yeah.
There's actually some pretty nice, slick animation with the Rainbow Dash and the dance off.
Yeah, that first set of flips was freaking amazing.
So I think the biggest thing is not the animation, is the lighting is a little off sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, because you don't notice
excessively glowy during the dance stuff.
Yeah, I think that was something that they tried to do as an effect during the dances, to the dance lighting and stuff like that. And I do think it was a little bit over the top.
Yeah. The other two, though, the actual DHX ones, the Mad Twines, the song is, and I think, as I'm seeing that a lot of people kind of agree with me on this one, it's a very
Yeah, I wasn't really paying much attention to the song. It didn't really catch me that much. So
yeah, it's a very song. It kind of still is a weirdly, let's just keep pushing Timber, even though no one really cares thing. And they're not doing a very good job of it, because it really does, this time it does feel shoehorned in. Like, the song has almost nothing to do with Timber, because she's literally building a robot dog, and apparently it's because there was a dog on his shoulder, and she based her... It just feels weirdly shoehorned in.
It is kind of odd. But
everything else is about building a robot dog for Spike.
Mm-hmm.
Which, yeah. But,
implications.
Whatever. Yeah, I just felt really short-horned in. There's the big old debate about that one. There's a lyric, and then no one can figure out what the heck Twilight's saying, so... That no one could figure it out. There's like 3 different things, but no one knows for sure. Yeah, it's just a very short.
It's all right. And that's about where it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. The other short, though, Monday Blues, was a lot nicer overall.
Yes.
A lot of people liked it better. We did get to see Sunset's house finally.
Yes, we got a scene of Sunset's house, and that was pretty cool.
So Van can see who she does live in a house. She doesn't live like an alley or in the school somewhere.
Was it a warehouse?
Yeah, or an abandoned old rusty warehouse or something. Because people have been wondering, because I guess she does live in a house. Of course, there's still the question of how she's paying for it.
Yeah, how'd you get that?
How are you paying for it? Because it doesn't look too bad. But there was a nice little reference with the shampoo.
Yep, the mane and tail shampoo.
Yeah,
that was great.
Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah, it's mostly Twilight and Sunset. Towards the end, we get the rest of them showing up. Rather, 5 showed up.
Yep.
It was a Monday thing. Everything's going bad.
Yep, because it's Monday.
Yeah, it was a nice one, but we also say Twilight's house again, but there's nothing really beyond that. And I guess Sunset had a bad head and wearing a hoodie.
Hoodies, yeah.
Sunset and a hoodie. That's a really nice thing. That's awesome seeing that because I think we've seen that sort of thing in fan art, but not really expecting to see it in an official capacity.
Yep, there it is.
A hoodie.
You don't need an umbrella or a backup umbrella, just a hoodie.
Which, as far as I'm concerned, means this all takes place in the Pacific Northwest.
We don't have other...
Where else do you see people going out? It's raining down, and it's like, I'm just going to wear a hoodie. It'll be fine.
Sometimes I'll wear a hoodie and not even bother to put the hood up because it's not raining that bad. Who cares?
Yeah,
it's just a little water.
So this is, I mean, between that and the Everfree forest and stuff, it's definitely the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. I'll
I mean, the show is made in Vancouver.
We're not biased towards that at all. Not at all.
But it is made in Vancouver, so it makes sense.
It would make sense. That's what they know.
So yeah, they've been mostly all right, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you could say that most of them are pretty forgettable, but
I think we're gonna remember Monday Blues.
Yeah, Monday Blues is the one that's going to be at this point is the standout.
Yeah.
Unless the next one impresses us.
Yeah. Unless the next one does. So yeah, I guess that's all we're gonna talk about for the Equestria Girls shorts. We'll move on to the next bit. I guess we'll start off talking about discordant harmony. Alright, so quick synopsis. Fluttershy and Discord are having a tea party at Fluttershy's house. Discord realizes that's a lot of work going into it and decides, you know what, I'm going to host the next tea party at his place, and he's going to do it. So he starts freaking out, okay, so how do I actually do this? He's never done it before. Starts gathering a whole bunch of things, different ideas on, we should have this, and have this, and have this, and then ends up talking to Pinkie Pie and afterwards realizing, hey, wait, I'm doing all these things about me. I should make it, be more like what Fluttershy likes. So he decides to start undoing all of his crazy antics and starts redecorating his house and the tea party to be very, very normal. And Fluttershy shows up, is surprised at how normal things are, and as things continue, Discord begins to fade away. Because he's being normal, and he can't be normal. Fluttershy realizes this, freaks out, and starts doing chaotic things in order to try and bring him back. It works. And he makes the house chaotic again. They have a happy time. That's basically it.
Yep.
This was, like most Discord episodes, kind of all over the place, but still fun. It's crazy, and that's what it's supposed to be. It's fine, it's funny, it's fun to watch. Not a huge amount of meat to it, though.
You sure about that?
Ponies don't eat meat.
No. But,
though we do question the flying butterfly sandwiches. That is a little bit weird that Fluttershy would want to eat those.
He knows they're just sandwiches.
I know, but they're still butterflies.
You also know that from previous things that when Discord brings something to life, it's not really real.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd be freaking out about that one pig that just disappeared there in that season 6 finale.
It is interesting considering some of them do show emotion. But yeah, I thought it was a fairly enjoyable episode.
Well, yeah, it was actually. I remember when I first watched it, it was actually a pretty darn good episode, and I was like, "Oh, hey, this is a really lot of fun." And the thing about this episode is, it finally illustrates how to use Discord without making him a jerk.
Yes.
And that's kind of been a running problem with them is like, as they've been using Discord in the show after his reformation, the thing was they'd have to constantly make him a jerk and whatnot. And it did help in many ways in, many episodes we get, see that, and it kind of works its way forward somehow, works out some way or form. Early on is kind of expected, but as time went on, it's kind of like, okay, come on, guys. And we're finally at the point it's like, okay, we have a Discord episode where he's acting like Discord, but he's not being a huge jerk about it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still chaotic and goofy, and he's still got a bit of
snap to him.
Yeah, snark.
Yeah,
that sort of thing. He's not squeaky clean. I mean, he still snark. He was snarking at the sales ponies and clerks and whatnot. He was.
To be fair, they did question. Yeah, I'm guessing what
He did mess with that one old pony.
He did mess with the one
bit,
old pony a little bit.
Pretty.
It was fairly mild.
Innocuous way.
Yeah.
And even with Pinky, he's also kind of the as her close friend, but not her best friend.
Yes, there's little things like that.
So it's little things. So it's like those things are fine because they kind of like add to his personality, and that's what it is. This whole episode is about him being him, and why you can't just make him stop being chaotic.
Yeah,
It'll kill him.
Literally, it'll literally fade away into nothing.
Because that's what he is.
Yep.
And when you take away that, there's nothing left for him. So just also this, I guess, kind of kills the one comic issues with the Accord thing.
Oh, right, the Accord
waste
thing.
potential. That's just waste of 50th issue on that.
Yeah, that comment has been...
Well, that comic has now been decanonized.
Yes, it has been completely decanonized.
Hooray.
It was not that great of a comic. Yeah, this one was pretty... It was pretty good.
Yeah.
As I said, it wasn't a super huge amount of meat to it. It's not like some big story arc or anything like that. It was just a nice little fluff episode. And it's not a bad
and it was
thing.
written by the Fox brothers.
Yeah.
Michael and Will.
Yep.
There's a lot of little visual gags because it's a Discord
It's a
episode, so
Discord
you get a lot of
episode.
those. I mean, some of the stuff is just, I like the pinata.
The pinata.
I mean, it's mostly sneezing, but one time it puked up candy. Right when they call in the bats. You call them the bats.
How do we get rid of a pinata? Well, we call in a flock of bats. Because, pinatas hate bats.
Right? Yeah. There's a little the ginseng tea.
Yes.
Singing. I like the bit with the makeover, and they had the Discords all on their smartphones board.
Mm-hmm.
So Discord knows what a smartphone is.
Apparently smartphones are canon. Yep.
Well, they kind of already are because they appeared in Equestria Girls,
but not in Equestria.
Because their technology. So this would imply that Discord is aware of the other universes. Then
yes, so I'll go with that one.
He's aware of other universes, and thus he has no problem borrowing and referencing things that happen in those universes.
Yes, I like the idea that Discord extends across all universes.
Or at the very least, he's moved. Check them out. What's this? What's going on over here? But I also like his outfit he chose for the tea party. It's Fred Rogers.
It's Mr. Rogers.
It's
Mr. Rogers.
I love that.
Great.
Hello, neighbor.
Hello, neighbor. Except he said friend.
I
would have loved it. They said hello, neighbor.
Yeah,
that would have been perfect, but they didn't.
Yeah, they felt that was probably too on the nose.
Yeah, possibly they didn't want to get in trouble.
Also, it's called Friendship's Magic, not Neighborhood is Magic.
But your neighbors are your friends, right?
Yeah, right. Sure. Let's say that.
Yes.
It's nice. The thing is, the disco shippers lost their minds over this one.
Oh yeah, this is so much potential.
There's a lot
for
here.
show.
I mean, there's even that line where Fluttershy, is that not doing anything for you? Because
is that doing anything for you?
It's like, oh
my.
Usually the context you hear that is very different.
Lewd.
Yeah, and then Fluttershy also has a pillow of her and Discord sewn onto it. And
Discord wore a full body Fluttershy suit.
Oh my.
That's just like that's
not
downright creepy.
Yeah,
it is full of visual gags and stuff like that, and that's pretty much every Discord episode is. It's an excuse for the animators to just have fun. Yeah, and there's tons of stuff like that. It's a lot of fun for visual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Stairs that go nowhere.
Stairs go nowhere. There are houses actually like that.
Man, there is a particularly famous house with those. Yep. Lots of those.
Yep.
The Winchester Manor.
That's a thing. And who needs gravity?
Yeah, who needs gravity indeed? Gravity just holds you down. Gravity.
Yeah. It's a good episode.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to what was it? Oh yeah, of course. There's the question, how did Fluttershy get to his house?
That is a question. I don't know.
Like, it understands how he gets there, he just snaps his fingers.
Yeah, he can just go there.
Did he give her instructions? Is there a ritual she have to do? Is it just it's behind that rock?
Yes, all of the above.
Is that male pony still floating out in that chaotic void?
Possibly.
Which episode was that? Oh, where the male pony.
I can't remember. It had to have been a Discord episode, obviously, and there's not a huge amount of those to pick from.
Yeah, so there's that. Yeah. At least also Discord pays pretty well, I guess. Yes, I mean, when you just summon... The only problem is, are those real coins, or are they going to disappear after a while? Because, oops.
I don't know. I'll just headcanon that he didn't just create them.
Or did he just amass of coins?
He's been around for a very long time.
Yeah, but why would he have coins? He wouldn't need them.
I don't know. I don't know.
Stop asking me questions.
I don't know. Maybe he just grabbed real gold from somewhere and turned them into coins.
Real gold.
And it's at least, precious metals.
Sure, why not? Okay. These are Discord bucks.
It's still precious metal. It's still worth something.
Wait a minute.
This is chocolate coins. That would be very fitting for Discord.
I gotta go.
I don't know. That much chocolate coins might be worth it to someone.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. This episode is primarily John Delancey carrying it. Well, because it was just John Delancey talking to John Delancey. And
and that's
most of the
one.
episode was that. And
the whole thing about Discord talking to himself.
Yeah.
And multiple copies of himself. Actually, a very specific copy of himself that would pop up and he'd talk to as if it was... Yeah, the one with the glasses and the sweatshirt and stuff like that. And then just him sitting reading a newspaper in the glasses. I always remember that one image. I can't remember that actor's name.
Yeah.
Just looking up with above the glasses from the newspaper, glaring.
Tommy Lee Jones.
That's the person. Thank you.
That's from which one was that? The Fugitive, I think. No, what was the second one?
I don't know.
It's one of those two movies.
I don't know, but that's what it always reminds me of. But it is a bit interesting how he talks to himself like that.
Yeah.
And not just like it's like a joke. It seemed almost legit talking to
himself. It's also nice seeing Fluttershy trying to be chaotic and initially failing a bit. Just like...
And, yeah.
Because what's your idea of chaos? Knock the tea off the saucer.
Knock the cup off the saucer. That's so chaotic. Although it was kind of and later on there's sort of a little reference when she knocked over the plant. That earlier episode, green isn't your color.
Yeah.
I could just scream and kicks the table and doesn't quite knock it off.
Like she knocks it over and just kind of has a big smile. Like, yay, I'm doing things.
She enjoys it.
I'm helping.
Yeah, and then there's a whole, sort of foreshadowing on all the things that she picks or things that he picked earlier.
Yeah, it's kind of like, she knows him really well.
Really well.
Maybe the shippers know something. Maybe the shippers are right this time. I mean, this is one ship that does have a chance just because it's heterosexual.
Yeah, it would be more likely that, they could push it through. But then you have to
fight the Disco Lestia shippers.
And the, Flutterdash shippers.
Yeah. Well, the Flutterdash shippers, I think they know they don't have much of a chance. Versus, Disco Shy.
Yeah.
Especially now, I mean.
Especially after that one.
We'll find out, I guess. I guess basically Disco Shy confirmed, sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
They're best friends, right? We know that.
We know what best friends
Discord's
means.
pretty insistent on the whole best friends thing, and we know what that means. So right, yeah.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, this is a great episode. The thing is, it just got overshadowed very quickly.
Yes, it got shadowed by a very particular other episode that did also just come out.
Words. How do they work?
I've yet to figure that out. So, yeah, I don't have anything else I can really think about on Discord and Harmony.
It was fun.
It was fun. But yes, like we said, it got overshadowed by another episode, which we're going to talk about now, and it's The Perfect Pair. Alright, so, synopsis of this particular episode. Apple Bloom's in the market, and there's a new pony there selling pear butter, pear jam. Goes and says hi, realizes, this grand pear has been in Ponyville before and has come back after moving to Vancouver. And Vancouver, thank you. And gives Apple Bloom a free bottle. So she takes it home, and her siblings freak out. Because apparently there's a feud between the pairs, but they don't know why. So then the three of them go and find out why. And it turns out their parents, particularly one of them, is a pair. So they go around asking their parents' old friends stories, and they learn more about their parents, and they end up talking to Grandpere again, and basically reuniting the Granny Smith and Grandpere, and fixing the feud. That's a very, very sparse synopsis of what happens.
Jeez.
But yeah, this episode... Holy crap. Holy crap, this episode. Yeah, this finally, after so long, shows us the Apple parents.
Yep.
Finally.
Yep. Finally.
And one of them is a pear.
Yep. Oh no.
All the jokes about pears, and now we have this. And this episode is incredibly emotional.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Incredibly emotional. Because it all but explicitly says that their parents are gone. I don't see how you could think that they're not.
Yeah.
After seeing this, how everyone acts around talking about their parents and getting teary-eyed about them. It does everything except explicitly say, like a phrase, before your parents died. It never says the word died or passed or anything like that. It never explicitly says it, but I don't see how you could think that it didn't happen after seeing this episode. It's pretty much 100% confirmed in my head.
Oh yeah. I mean, they talk about them. Always talk about in past tense.
Yep.
There's lines like something to remember them by.
Yep.
Almost everyone starts to cry when they start talking about them.
Yep. All of it. It's pretty much 100% confirmed. Like I said, everything except explicitly using the word.
Yeah, and of course the problem is some people just will not be happy until they explicitly show them dying, and it's like that's not going to happen.
Okay. I would have liked to have them use the phrase, one of the phrases, to explicitly say it, just to guarantee to everyone else who is going to deny it, because there are those who still somehow deny it. I don't understand how you can, but some do. I would like to see them, at least, at the very least, just use the term.
Right.
You don't have to say why. You don't have to show how. I mean, I'm curious, but it's not necessary.
Yeah.
But I would like at least just to hear the words, just to eliminate anyone from trying to deny it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this episode.
This episode indeed.
This episode indeed. So we have Bright, Mac, and Pear Butter.
Mm-hmm.
Are their father and mother, respectively. And apparently no one knew because Granny Smith never told them.
Yeah.
And no one ever thought otherwise because everyone called Pear Butter Buttercup. And her cutie mark is just, a jar of pear butter, and it doesn't really look like pears if you don't know.
Yeah.
Is the excuse.
Yep. They found a pretty clever way to get around that.
Although, I mean, it's a little bit interesting. That means their parents never told them either.
Well, yeah.
So it's interesting. They never brought that up.
Yeah. Why would you?
I don't know.
Your mother had to tearfully get away from her dad because her dad refused to let the. Yeah. Why would you want to bring that up?
It's just one of those things.
It's something
they
that
must
hurt
have.
in the past. You're not really going to want to talk about it.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that they wouldn't say anything. Plus, I'm not sure when, but I think the implication is they weren't around shortly after Apple Bloom was born.
But we've already seen that Applejack was in her teenage years by that time. Well, probably around that time frame.
Yeah, but it's likely Apple Bloom was already born by that point.
Yeah.
Which means, that would also, again, mean they're not around.
But just looking at the age difference between Applejack and Apple Bloom.
Not a huge one. It's like 10 years or something like that.
Still. That's still...
Which would mean if Applejack was a teenager, Apple Bloom was somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't see her in that episode, that's just one of those oops.
Yeah.
I'm just going to count that as they didn't think about it. They just didn't think about Apple Bloom at all.
But yeah, okay. Other things that happened in this episode, we saw a few older characters that have been there before.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember what that character's name is. The cat lady. The story keeper. What is her name? It's voiced by Peter New.
Goldie Delicious.
Thank you. Goldie Delicious came back. But we also got a couple new characters. We had Burnt Oak.
Mm-hmm.
was the other primary new one.
Yeah.
And who voiced Burnt Oak?
Bill Mundy.
Bill Mundy. And it was pretty much they styled the character after another common actor that's done a few other things, very cowboy role.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, our two new other characters, the parents, one of them is voiced by Felicia Day. So it's kind of cool that
she voiced Pear Butter.
She voiced Pear Butter, so it's cool to see. And
Sam Elliott, by the way.
Sam Elliott is the actor.
Is the actor that they based Burnt Oak on.
Burnt Oak, yeah. Done a lot of roles, including...
He was in The Big Lebowski.
Thank you, and it was right there in my tongue. Yes. And there was a reference to that in the episode.
Yeah, because they had the dude.
The dude
pony.
Yeah, and who voiced Bright Mac?
Bill Newton.
Bill Newton. That's a new one, I think.
Mm.
But yes, Grandpere was voiced by William Shatner.
Yeah, William Shatner, who picked a really good time to go ahead and be a butthead on Twitter, but...
Yeah. But yes, this had both Felicia Day and William Shatner as guest voices, so this is the one that we've been waiting for to have William Shatner show up in, because we've been hearing about that for a long time now.
And then he ruined it.
Yes, and then he went off and... But yeah, this is it.
Hmm.
But yeah, this episode is just, it's really well written. It flows really well. There's so many good points in it. It had an amazing song.
Yeah.
In your head, like a catchy song. It's just an amazing song.
Right. I can finally my voice and my opinion is, I think.
You could have butted in at any point.
No, I couldn't. You just kept going. Yes. This is an amazing episode for various reasons. Felicia Day did a great job. Bill Newton did a great job.
Everyone did a great job.
Yeah. I mean, yes, William Shatner did a good job of the tired old man. Who's just kind of... Yeah. I mean... The actual story itself about the two of them, how they met and fell in love and everything is actually well done. The only thing I would actually say, the only actual problem I would say this episode has is the scene where they first met as kids, where they're babies for some reason. And it's just weird because they have their old adult voices. And
it's just like...
They can kind of get away with it if they're like kids and not babies, but the fact they chose to make them babies was just a bizarre decision. I don't understand why. I mean, they had to make new puppets and everything for that anyway, so why did they do babies and not kids?
Yeah, I would have used the full models. I would have used that style instead of the infant style.
It's a bizarre decision, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I could say about this episode that really just isn't really very good.
Yeah.
Everything
else super minor. It really is.
This episode was, I know, it was long awaited. We found out it was going to happen. We were all losing our minds over it. And it's a little unfortunate it didn't actually go all out and confirm, but, it's so well
it's 100%
implied
in my mind after
that, there's no doubt about the fate of the parents. We'll never find out the exact specifics because that's not really
it's unnecessary. Yeah, a lot of us will be curious, but it's unnecessary.
The thing is, it's weird because this is Lewis and Sonko wrote this one. They wrote a lot of the, I guess, important episodes of the season. It is funny. I remember I knocked them pretty hard for the romance in Legend of Everfree.
Yes, you did.
And this time they did far, far better.
Yes, they did.
So that's kind of it's strange. I'm not sure if they just got better at it or if it's possibly just because they had two blank slates to work with. Because we didn't know anything about the parents, so they could do whatever they wanted, versus they had one established character and they had to shoehorn another. It could also just, again, be Felicia Day and Bill Newton just played off each other much better.
Yeah, that's actually
that helps a lot, too. They did play off each other pretty well.
They did.
So it's actually really done, and of course there's also the good old we don't want to do
but we don't want to do romance. How many do we have now?
You got a pretty good one right here. It's also nice. We see Mrs. Cake. We found out Chiffon Swirl's her original name, which I guess that answers that question about how the whole pony marriage name change thing works. I guess is just you change your entire name if you need to.
Well, we never hear her first name after she goes to Mrs. Cake. It's just
we've heard she's been called Cupcake.
Oh right, it was Cupcake. Well, that might be a nickname, like Buttercup.
Yeah, it might be a nickname. Or she said the way she was talking, it sounds like she did change her name when she married Mr. Cake.
Possibly, yep.
I wouldn't say possibly, I'd say definitely. But, so that's the thing. I guess she just changed her entire name just so the naming scheme kept working.
Pony names, how do they work?
So that makes me wonder about the Sparkle household and stuff, and Starlight Sparkle, Shining Armor, Twilight Velvet, Night. Oh, gosh. Okay, sure. I guess that's a whole different thing.
Maybe it's a...
Earth Pony thing? I don't know.
Maybe it's an Earth Pony thing, because you have the Apple family.
Or just...
And the Pear family.
It's a Ponyville thing, or whatever.
Orange family in Manhattan.
That too. Yeah, Aunt and Uncle Orange.
It might be an Earth Pony thing.
Which... That does make the question, which side of the family they from? Because, they got pears and apples, but then the oranges and...
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm guessing the fact that she was sent to live with them meant they were on the apple side of the family, though, because otherwise... Yeah, I don't think Granny Smith would agree with the idea of letting Applejack live with the oranges if they were from the pear side of the family.
How about we just don't compare apples to oranges here?
Boo! Go away. Get out. I'm taking over now. You're not allowed on this podcast anymore.
Too late. I'm here.
You're not allowed here anymore. Get out of here. Yeah, the other thing is this episode is, I'll be honest, the first time I watched it, I did cry a bit.
There were tears.
I did cry a bit. There
was some dampness in the eyes.
It's pretty emotional. Because, yeah, they did a fantastic job with that one. Between the, just kind of the happiness of the Pear Butter and Bite Mac. That was one thing. And then just the reunion, after it all said and done, they go back to Grandpear and reunite with him and everything.
Well, it's all of the emotions. You see the happiness of the two together and then the reunion afterwards, but in the middle, the reactions of everyone to the stories, that bittersweetness going on through all of it. It's just so much of that tearful emotion and all the different variations of it all throughout the episode. I would say this is in competition for best episode of the entire series.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's no doubt about that.
It is one of, if not the best episode.
I'm not going to go outright say best, but it is definitely a top 5.
So I said one of, if not the. I'll leave the potential that it could be. I was
just clarifying, wasn't arguing. So yeah, that's the thing. It is one of the best. It's definitely the best this season. If our that's what I remember when our list episode, we kind of had to keep tiptoeing around it because this would have been both our number ones, easy. But we couldn't. We had to pretend it didn't exist, which made things really difficult
because we know there's someone who's going to take this place.
Because it's just like, this is easily the best episode. And that's why Discord and Harmony got overshadowed so hard because that was a great episode in its own right. But then 24 hours later, this aired.
This happened, and
so all that, any discussion Discord and Harmony might have had was just instantly killed.
Yep,
because this came out, and
it's everything we've been waiting for.
Yeah,
almost like 99% of everything we've been waiting for.
Well, that's Applejack's parents anyway.
Yeah,
I mean,
as far as that goes,
there's still stuff I'm waiting for, but
Sunset's not coming back.
I'll make it happen. I'll break into VHX and just change the animation.
Can't do that.
Oops, deleted all the Starlight puppets. But it's also stop making definitive statements of which you know nothing about.
I'm hoping they prove me wrong. I would love to see Sunset.
Stop being definitive about it.
I'm fighting Murphy's Law. I'm trying to use it against it.
That never works, you know that, because Murphy's Law just comes right back around and kills it again.
Not if you do it right.
No, there's no right. It's Murphy's Law. Yeah, this episode, very teary. Very tearjerker, very
tearful.
Very enjoyable. Just, it delivered what we wanted. I think it pretty much delivered most of what the fan base wanted. It did a great job. It used the guest voice actors really well. Yeah, it was just...
it was amazing.
I mean, we suspected way back when that Felicia did. I can't remember. I remember just saying, I bet because they those were both announced that they're both coming to the show at some point. I was like, I said, and then they eventually said, the Apple family, the Apple parents. I'm like, I bet that's the episode they're going to show up in.
Although I think there was more suspicion that Shatner was going to be the dad.
Yeah, that was the idea.
And not the granddad.
Yeah, that was initial. Yeah, and that's the other thing makes me think of grandparent is French for grandpa. Jokes, because I guess
which I guess fits the Apple Bloom thing.
Apple Bloom still knows some fancy. So,
yeah,
it's a great episode overall. It's just
it is.
I didn't even say I didn't get to talk about the song at all. It's like the song is great in and of itself. Felicia Day again did a great job.
Amazing job.
It's a super sappy love song. They make it work.
Yeah, it works really, really well.
And also noticed she played guitar left-hooved. Right?
Yeah, she's left-handed.
Left-hooved because horses.
Horse puns.
Yeah,
One thing that I'm a little curious on is how the heck did they not notice the giant pear apple tree combo thing in the middle of their orchard?
Never went there. I don't know. Maybe
Why
Granny
wouldn't you
Smith
go
told
there?
told them not to go there. It's too painful.
I guess. I mean, it is right on the border of the pear forest.
Yeah,
I guess.
Pear farm.
Yeah. Also, the fact that they conveniently ignored the carrot farm all the time.
Yeah.
There was this farm, and then next to it there was this pear farm, and the carrot farm's right there in the picture. Just completely ignore it. It doesn't exist.
Who cares about carrots?
It's like, so the apples and the pears had a feud that they fought over, but the carrot farm was so bad they just wrote them out of existence entirely.
Jeez, Carrot Top, what are you doing?
It was so bad they just don't even acknowledge their existence anymore. Or at least with the pears, they acknowledge their existence so that they could bash them. The carrots, they refuse to even acknowledge.
Yeah, sure.
We'll just go with that.
Jeez, Carrot, what did you do?
I don't know. But
Argue
yeah.
at the stake, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that tree at the end, which is, two trees curled around each other, forming a heart shape in the middle.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, we also saw Mare with pink hair.
Yes, they had during that flashback, we brought that back.
Brought back the Ponyville Confidential thing.
Yep. Which is kind of cool.
Mm.
She dyes it gray now.
Yep. Yeah. Also, also go to Delicious, and then the house is even worse than ever, and there's now an actual wildcat in the house, which I guess.
Or she rustles her hair and another cat comes out of it. It's
Oh,
just
jeez.
mixed in with her hair. It's just
geez.
like, oh my.
Oh, no. Please
Oh
don't.
my.
Right. So,
Yeah, it's
a great...
I guess I could just keep repeating myself, but I guess you don't want to hear that. It's an amazing episode. It really is. This is one.
Oh,
we're
right.
gonna be-
I forgot. Mac ran into a water tower because she's looking at Pear Butter's butt.
Right. That happened. That's
I mean, they didn't... that's exactly what they showed us.
that's what they showed.
She was bending over. He looked over. Went,
It's a butt. And went flying off.
Yeah.
I guess it worked out in the end.
Yep. And also, just the Kisses Cake being Pear Butter's friend, and that she knew about it, and the
Making all those pear cakes.
pear cakes.
I'd try one.
Whatever.
I like
I
pears.
mean, pears are used in a lot of stuff anyway now.
They are.
I mean, most fruit flavored stuff probably has pear in it.
Probably. So yeah, that's the perfect pair. This is, like I started to say, this is
More like the perfect episode.
Yeah.
Well, not quite, really.
Not quite, but
Still, it's a great episode.
this is definitely going to be an episode we come back to a lot throughout.
This is, at this point, is the highlight of season 7, and I'm trying to figure out if they can top it.
Good luck.
I mean, the only thing I really can think of is maybe the finale could do it.
Sunset comes back.
Well, that could do it. That would do it.
That would definitely be
That would do
a
it
big
right
one.
there.
OTP confirmed too.
That would be the best episode of the ever. I don't care.
And then Nemesis isn't just dies of joy.
I could die happy. Yeah, I mean that would be the obvious. Like, there's no way you could make me tell me otherwise. Like, yeah, if you do that, it's like that's the best episode ever. There's nothing can stop that. We might as well just stop the show now.
No, they would have to confirm my OTP.
Well, that is in direct contradiction of mine.
So you just have to not have yours.
No,
That's just the way it's gonna have to be.
no. How about we just let your OTP just
Nope.
Deconfirm it completely.
Nope.
Just never happens.
Nope.
In fact.
Anyway, we're getting off topic, and we're starting to run a bit long on time, I'm assuming.
Oh, yes.
So I guess we'll wrap up our discussions on Perfect Pair with just saying, again, for the millionth time, it's amazing. It's great. But yes, we do have a little bit more. We got some fan content to talk about. We have 3 songs. So we'll jump right into that. The first one I've picked is Babseed remixed by Nicholas Dominique. Yes, this is a remix. It's like a sort of VIP because he did it before and came back and did it again. And this is a nice, calm, and smooth song. It's got a sort of trancey sound to it as well, but it's not super hyper or upbeat, but it's nice and smooth, and it's not mellow. It's not calm, but it's not super upbeat and hyper.
Right.
It's also got cool little like laser sounds in the background of some of the notes they use.
Mm-hmm. I like the intro, and they even managed to somewhat integrate the sound effect from the episode. Somewhat. I still think I would have preferred if they just used a clean record from the official soundtracks, but whatever.
It's a remix, so they used his old version that was probably done before.
But they could have remastered.
Yes, but that would have been more work.
I know. Sometimes more work makes it worth it.
Sometimes
there's a calm intensity. That's what I'm saying. Calm intensity to it.
Yes.
And that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's what I think you're trying to get at.
I guess. It's not the upbeat but calm, but it's calm but has that intensity to it.
Yeah. And yeah, some of the underlying music is reminiscent of the mid-90s action video game soundtracks.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like the cool, fun
laser
laser
talking
songs.
about the laser, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
or
sort
the
of
90s, almost that action arcade-ish sort of sound effects going on.
From the mid-90s specifically.
Yeah. It's a good song. The next one I have is Haiti's Waiting Room. A nice low and smooth DNB song, and I love the bass line in this one, and it's got this sort of suspenseful feeling to it, and I think it was pretty well done. Mm-hmm. It's simple though.
The percussion parts are pretty good, and there's something kind of lighthearted about it. It's like space elevator music.
Sort of.
It's called Waiting Room, so yeah, space elevator music.
The interesting thing about this one is apparently Haiti made it while waiting for stems to download for him to make a different song.
Oh, how about that?
So it was literally made while waiting for something to download.
Yeah, the thing is, the ending is very abrupt, but it kind of works.
Yeah. So
this kind of stops. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But it works.
So it was made really quick. It wasn't like something that spent a huge amount of time on. So yeah, that one's it, and it's pretty good. The last one I have is Paloris's Cake Batter. It's nice and upbeat, but not hyper. It's not like that calm intenseness of the first one, but it's also not the hyper and calm at the same time. It's sort of an in-between point. It's got a really nice flow to it. And it's got very simple but effective use of vocal chops. A little bit of Pinky in there. I think it was pretty well done.
Yeah, it's you said it was good integration of the vocals from the show.
It's barely used any, but simple but effective.
It was kind of on the light side, and sometimes had a bit of an airiness to it. Not eerie, airy.
Airy, AI.
Yes, exactly.
Light and fluffy.
Yeah, and it's also surprisingly short. I wasn't expecting it to be short. It's a sub 3-minute song. It also ends pretty abruptly, which it kind of also pulls off, but
yep.
It's just interesting. 2 songs is just blah.
Yeah.
Done.
Sometimes it works. It's better than, the 80s. We're just going to repeat and fade out because we don't know how to end it.
I like the 80s repeat and fade out, so don't you dare insult it.
I'll insult whatever I feel like insulting.
Insult you.
Yes. And those are the 3 songs I have. And you don't have any fanfics, do you?
Nope. Well, I do have one, but I'm saving it for next week because this is a long episode.
Yes, it is. And, well, fortunately, it won't be much longer because we are at the end. So yes, hope you liked what you heard. If you did and you want to hear the rest of them, you can find all of our episodes past, future, present at pony411.libsyn.com. Remember, that's Libsyn. So go there, find them all. You can also find us on iTunes. Just search for Pony411. You can find us there, subscribe, rate. All fun stuff. You can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or the Android or iOS mobile apps. Just, again, search for us, Pony411. We are also on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. All our episodes are there. You can like the episodes if you like them. Please do. Comment on them if you have any comments, and subscribe to us there if you want notifications, or just keep up with us on that. We're also on Google Play, so that's play.google.com/music. You have to put that in, search for us again, Pony411. Find us there. We're also on Ponyville Live with all the other shows that they have there. If you look on there for other stuff, you will find us. It will update automatically with our YouTube version. We also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. So tune in then. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can contact us by email. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. So send us comments, criticisms, suggestions. If you have something for us to talk about, send it to us and we will take a look. If you think we were completely wrong about any one of these many things we discussed today, tell us. Or if you thought
find a whole
right.
lot of people who disagree on the perfect pair.
No, I'm pretty sure we're okay on that one. I'm pretty sure most people like that one. But that's not the only thing we discussed. But anyway, so send us comments, criticism. If you want to say hi, that's fine too. I guess.
Hello.
We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. We post updates there when they happen, so you can go like our page and whatnot there if you use that. We're also on Twitter, @pony411. This is the best way if all you want to do is just say hi. Probably the quickest, easiest way to do it. So yes, follow us, see us, tweet us, send us stuff there as well. You can DM us there. That's open. All that sort of fun stuff. You can also follow our personal accounts on Twitter. I am at Alcatraz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end, and he is at Nemesis Prime 1.
Yep.
So yes, go follow us if you want, I guess.
I got a bunch of toys this week. I got a lot of reviewing to do.
I got a handful of toys that I already did review, and those will be happening soon.
Yeah, a handful for the podcast and a handful for my personal account.
Yes, like we just mentioned, we do reviews of pony toys on our account. Look on our YouTube page for that. We should be getting a few of them up sometime in the near future when they're done.
Next week or so.
Yeah, there's some editing we got to do.
Yeah, got to get that done. I mean, but I do have the Equestria Girls mini movie collection out right there. You know, you can at least watch that one.
Yes.
Watch me throw Starlight around.
Yes. Probably more entertaining than me mumbling about my reviews. Yes, that happened, and that's the end of the episode. Hope you liked what you heard. Hope you tune in next week as we review the next episode.
Fame and Misfortune.
Yes, the book that causes problems. Yes. This will be a fun one.
Indeed.
So, until then, remember, please, pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.